Tom Loy with Blue and Gold Illustrated out here with 4-star defensive tackle Brandon Tiassum out of Park Tudor in Indianapolis. Brandon, thanks for having us out here, man. I guess let's get right into it. You know, your season not off to the best start. You're 0-3 right now, but just talk about your play individually. I know you put up some big numbers, double-digit tackles and sacks in every game, but just talk about your performance as a whole.
I think I've played well up to this point. I think I can play a little better. Just get my motor up. You know, I have 27 tackles and 7 sacks for 3 games. So I think if I elevate my level of play, we should get the win tonight.
Okay, and who do you guys play tonight?
Summer Wells.
What have you seen out of their team where you think you're going to have some success tonight in Game 4?
They're old school, wing tee offense, so I should have a big day against the run. You know, I'm looking for double-digit tackles today.
Okay, let's talk about your recruitment a little bit. You've been committed to Notre Dame for quite some time. Just talk about that commitment as a whole and where do things stand with the Irish?
You know, it's the greatest decision I've ever made. You know, committed in June, and since I committed, everything's been going well. You know, I'm in constant contact with the coaches. You know, like once a week, every 2 days, something like that. Just great. You know,
good. And you were in South Bend last weekend for the Michigan-Notre Dame game. Just talk about the game itself and the experience of being up there and just, you know, the 31-0 beatdown they put on them.
Yeah, that was actually my first time seeing them play Notre Dame game live. You know, it was great. You know, I couldn't ask for anything better. Just the crowd, how high it was, the intensity didn't drop from the first to the fourth quarter, man. Just to beat Michigan like that and have these make a statement, you know. Just prepares us for our season run this year, and hopefully it ends in a national title.
They say that sometimes the Notre Dame fans don't get up for certain games, things like that. But I mean, me personally, this was one of the craziest atmospheres I've ever been around. I mean, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, I thought actually the biggest game I had ever been to before that was the Ohio State versus Wisconsin game. But this just destroyed that one. It was just crazy. You know. Just the level of intensity was just unimaginable.
There's a lot of commits up there and other recruits and things like that, but who are some of the guys that you got to develop relationships with even more during that visit?
My good dude Trentway from Illinois, you know. We actually became boys that game. You know, we hung out pretty much the whole time, you know, we looking forward to it. We'll both be at the semifinal All-American game in Cali. So can't wait to just make that relationship even more.
Touching on that game a little bit, you know, being honored with that Semper Fi All-American nomination and being out there. I mean, how good does that feel that, like, you know, you got that basically before your senior season even started? So how did that feel getting that nomination?
It feels great. You know, it feels like hard work pays off. And my team here, we haven't been huge in the win column, but that I just like that they see that my play hasn't really dipped or been less. Through my 3 years here, so it just shows that I've worked hard, I've gotten the numbers, I've performed well at camps, and I guess I deserve this.
Definitely, man, terrific. As you know, I'm going to be out here seeing Asmar Bilal from Ben Davis High School in Indianapolis tonight. One of your friends that you went to school with, your freshman year of high school?
Yes.
What's your gut on him? I know he's down in Michigan, Notre Dame. Do you guys talk much? I mean, I know he keeps recruiting pretty quiet, close to his vest, but what's your gut on him?
Honestly, I don't know right now. You know, I think he's supposed to be at the game tomorrow.
He says to me he's not going to be there.
Okay, well,
yeah, unless he shows up.
Yeah, he might. But I look forward to speaking to him soon. You know, and just seeing where his head is at. We'd love to have him with the Irish, but it's his decision. He's a great player. You know, I've known he's a great player since I was in 8th grade. So it'll be great to have him.
Okay. And with your recruitment itself, do you plan on, you know, this last weekend wasn't your official visit to Notre Dame, right?
No.
Okay, so do you have any idea when that's going to be?
No, I don't.
Okay. I know a lot of guys coming out for the banquet, you know, in December. They all try to get everybody there, but outside of Notre Dame, do you plan on taking any other official visits to any other schools? So you completely shut it down?
Completely shut it down.
Okay. And then, you know, I know you still have a good relationship with Mike Elson, the defensive line coach, but as a whole, with him and BK and even Brian Van Gorder, the defensive coordinator, what's your relationship like, and how was that getting to spend time with them this past weekend?
It was great. You know, I speak to Elson all the time.
Right.
We said we had a great relationship. I got to speak to Coach Van Gorder a little bit. I like him, man. He's an upbeat guy. You know, he wants what he wants, and he demands excellence. I love that coach. So it just should be a great relationship with the next 4 and 5 years.
What are your impressions of how he's been using his defensive linemen, and both he and Elston? You know, you saw what Sheldon Day was doing, and the fact that they're playing freshmen, does that kind of appeal to you as well?
Yeah, you know, it shows that they're just letting the best players play. Regardless of how old you are, and I also like how they're sweet, especially sometimes when the 4-man fronts, and sometimes when it's got just guys with different skill sets, more of a chance to play.
Okay, and lastly, before we let you go, what was it that made this? You had some good, solid offers, but what was it that made Notre Dame the choice for you? Why did you end up choosing the Irish?
Just Notre Dame, you know, historically it's the best football school ever, so it's just like when they say they want you, you can't say no, you know, so which is great. You know, as a kid, my first year playing football, man, me and my uncle, we talk about how Notre Dame was a school for me. We had kind of got away from that, but once my recruitment started picking up, and we Notre Dame jumped in the picture, said that's where we had to be.
All right, awesome. Again, this is Tom Loy with Brandon Tiassum out here at Park Tudor in Indianapolis. Brandon, thanks for your time, and stay tuned for more at blueandgold.com.